Hello there. Today I am going to speak about the illogical nature of science. I am Aniruddha Banarti, and I always found something not very logical about the method of science as it is described. Science, especially physics, is a method of measurement, and when we have some measuring instruments, we go on measuring something and then try to fit it into the theory. So let us think about the sun and whatever means the astronomy, astronomical science as it exists. What does it do? That means how do we perceive the universe around us, and what meaning do we give to it? For example, we see the sun. When the light from the sun reaches us and it does some chemical changes in our retina and etc. All that process is known to science. We say that there is the sun, but actually speaking, this is not correct. We should say there was the sun some 8 minutes before, because science itself tells us that the light from sun started from the sun about 8 minutes before, and it takes about 8 minutes to reach the earth. So at the most, the information we can gather is, strictly speaking, of the past. What is at the present moment at the point where the sun is, we will never know. This is the human limitation, that we have to perceive everything through the media, different media. Now, if we want to know what is this universe and what is there at each and every point of the universe, then there are two requirements. The first requirement is that the speed of the medium through which we get the information, the speed of the information through the media should be infinite, so that whatever happens in any point of space is immediately perceived by us, however long or however near that point may be. The second requirement is that the perceiver should be present simultaneously in all points of the universe. Now, both these requirements are not satisfied. We know that the speed of the light is finite, it is not infinite. Therefore, we are doomed never to know what is exactly at any point of universe. Even when I look at my own hand, the image given to my brain is some nanoseconds old, so my hand is also dead. It was there some nanoseconds before. I don't know what is there now at present. As we go from our sense of our point of perception away and away from our point of perception, the universe becomes deader and deader and deader. That means the universe is more and more in past. The universe at present is what? We don't know. Here, the Indian philosophy scores over the Western measurements. Western people started measuring this, that, and at the most, what Western science can do. it can just make human life more tolerable. It can make human life easier. But after a certain point, when that aim is fulfilled, the human beings will always try to search the meaning of their own existence. And in all religions, God is given this property, that God is omnipresent. That means God is something, some perceiver which is present in each and every point of the universe at the same time. That means space and time get fused together. There is everywhere one time. There is no relative time. The time of the observer and the time of the object perceived, the time of the perceived and the time of the perceiver are not different. But in case of human being, time of the perceived and the time of the perceiver will always be different. So this is food for thought, and this proves the illogical nature of science when we say that Alpha Centauri is so many light years away, or this planet is so many. We should repair the language of astronomy. We should say that the Crab Nebula was there so many light years before. What is there, I don't know. So like this, the illogicalness of science is very evident. Whereas from Indian philosophy we get the perfect answer, that science is nothing but the oneness of the perceived and the perceiver. Now that is also a moot point. Means Indian philosophers started looking inward. Instead they knew the futileness of looking outwards very early, and they started looking inwards, that we can't go on looking towards increasing distances. So let us look at the process of perception, that who is the interpreter, who is actually the perceiver. Does the perceiver has some relation with the body of the perceiver? Means whether the perceiver is situated within my body, what I perceive, whether I perceive it through my senses and through my body. But if I perceive it through my senses and through my body, then ultimately where does it get interpreted? So that is the question, and I have not yet found the answer. But to me, the answer given by the Indian philosophy seems the most apt and the most logical. What they say is that all this is an illusion. It was there, it is not there. The universe exists as an illusion, and tallies perfectly with the known facts about the media, the speed of the different media such as light, sound, etc., and radio waves, X-rays, then radio astronomy, etc. All the waves, they have some finite speed. They do not have infinite speed. So unless and until we can find one medium at least which has infinite speed and which can be measured and which can be used to track the universe, till that time we won't get any idea of the universe. All our ideas will be illusory, and I also don't know whether the perceiver within me is in my body, whether the perceiver within me is located on earth, whether the perceiver within me is does it exist or something like that. And the Indian philosophy says that, means the Indian philosophers started looking inwards, that we can't measure the distances, so let us study the process of perceiving in itself, and how the process of perceiving takes place, and what is it that actually perceives. It is not the senses. senses are the outer instrument. It is not the centers in the brain where the electrical impulses of vision, hearing, etc. are separated. Because there only the electrical impulse will be received. But where does it get the meaning and where is it interpreted? That is somewhere different. That is something different. Somewhere I cannot say, because it may be everywhere in the universe, in each point of the universe, and that is what they say, that the universe is the existence is a steady state, and the universe which appears around us is just an illusion, and the universe has no end and it has no beginning, and it will always, it was always there, it is always there, and it will be always there. And that universe, that existence itself is defined as God. So that is the Indian philosophy. It gives all the answers, but it defeats its own ends, because it says that outside experimentation is all no use to prove this theory. So anyway, that is the random thinking process for which I have spoken to. Bye. My name is Aniruddha Bala.